Good morning, traders, and welcome to the All Markets webinar. This is Bruce at Bookmap. We'll be going through live order flow analysis using Bookmap. The goal here is, well, we're going to look at the auction process here, and then we are going to understand the participants in that auction process via their orders. This is how they participate. So we're going to watch it. We're going to learn from it. We're going to look for where price might go next due to their actions via their orders. All right, so a few different things we need to go through. First, our onboarding webinar. It will be this Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. If you want to join us on that, I have the link here for you. And what we do in this webinar is just get you up and running in Bookmap. You'll log into bookmap.com, you'll subscribe to the product, you'll subscribe to data, then we'll open up Bookmap and get you subscribed to that data and the connection, and then add the instrument. All right, it's pretty straightforward, but then we have a Q&A session and get you up and running. All right, also our supply and demand setups course on the Learning Center. If you're interested in that, go to bookmap.com and then click on education here. These are all free, and I'm not sure if we're going to continue with that offering being free in the near future. So it's here. This is our new supply and demand setups course. We're going to be going, and why I'm covering this in here, cover it every day since we launched it, is because we're going to be going through the setups in here. We're going to be looking for the supply and the demand in Bookmap, and then we're going to look for the setups to present themselves, and then maybe take the trades if they set up nicely. All right, so please go check those out on the Learning Center. There's 10 of them. All right, we're also having our Bookmap desk competition here, and you can go to bookmap.com and then Bookmap desk here. It's very simple to enter, just on social media, on X, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Simply create a photo of your Bookmap desk, and then just put in hashtag Bookmap desk, and then it will automatically show up here. As you can see, there are several traders who have participated in this, and it's fantastic. Look at all of their setups in here and their desks, and you can win $1,000 for first place plus Bookmap and data for one exchange, 500 for second place plus Bookmap and data for one exchange, and then third place is Bookmap and one exchange. And now this is for a year, so these are some really nice offerings. So take a screenshot or a photo of your setup, and then send it up. Look at this guy, he's got his dog in there. Oh, this is great. Great stuff. We got a lot of our educators are in here, and you'll see Scott Pulsini, Tom B, Jay Trader, Doug Pless, myself, Charles. I think this is Charles's setup here from Pirate Traders. Here's Doug's. Here's Scott's here. He's got a couple. Here's mine right here. Okay, so yeah, I've got actually two desks. Anyway, have fun with it and enter, and you might win. Right, some good, really good prizes. And then this process in here, I'm going to skip over it, but very quickly, this is what we're going to be looking for, and this is part of the Bookmap Academy in our setups in here. Okay, before we get to our setup, that's number 4. We're looking for impetus. What's moving the market? Okay, we want the market to be moving in order to find a high probability trade. Well, what is it? Is it a technical level? Is it a fundamental level? Is it both? Look at our key levels on higher time frames. We want to be aware of those. Then we want to look at and start to set up our scenarios and strategies for the day. Okay, what we're looking for at specific times of the day, highs and lows, etc. And then we're going to look into our setups. We go through this process in here. You're going to be trading the right setup in the right environment. And that's what we're looking for here. All right, so if it's a trending market, then you're looking for kind of a breakout or a trending strategy and setup. Anyway, more on that in the Bookmap Academy. You can look up Bookmap Academy on the web and come on over if you want to partake in that. Disclosures: general disclosure, all Bookmap Limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure: trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's jump in. Let's take a look at these markets here. We're looking at the S&P E-mini. We are in rollover period. Okay, for those of you who don't know what rollover is, hold on a minute here. Let me go check the chat room first. Okay, well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Alois. Here we go. Yeah, Alois has already put the information into the chat over here in Discord. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, Trading is Life. I'm on the M contract, the June contract here. Okay, it is still by far the most being traded at the moment. Okay, but I also opened up the U contract here, the September contract. Actually, it looks pretty good too. But you can see these areas in here. See this in here? This is due to the rollover period. We have this layering in here, and we see these traders in here. What price are we at? We're almost at 6,100. Just tested it up here. Go back to the M contract. We are not. We are at we just tested up here about 46 or 47. Okay, so this is typical, anyway, yeah, I'm not quite ready to see this kind of action in here. Like I'm just not quite ready to trade this one yet. Let me show you what Alois has put up, yeah, he's looking at the volumes and the open interest here. I also have it here from the CME, and all I do is a very, very simple search in Google for CME volume ES, and then under the volume tab here, volume and open interest, I look at this in here. Okay, and I look at, you can see the change in open interest here, right? Quite a bit, almost equal now, well, no, it's over. The open interest has overcome. So 347,000 minus from the June, and they're rolling into the new contract. But look at the total volume in here of each instrument. So it's getting there. It's almost there. I mean, it's about halfway there, right? We almost have 1 million here. We have 2.1 or almost 2.2 million total volume here in the June contract. So it's up to you, whatever you want to trade. I know a lot of traders start trading this contract already. I don't like the order flow too much. It looks just like it's not quite there yet, for my liking. Maybe it will be tomorrow. We will see when the volumes trade over. Okay, it's really up to you. What you like. We can look at the Trader Map Lite version here. It looks better, yeah, it's not so bad. It's up to you guys, whatever you like to trade. All right, so if I go back to this one, though, this one looks pretty good. I'm going to stick with the U contract for today. I don't know, Alois, what do you go directly into the U contract? Let's see here. So don't close the June. Yeah, exactly. I keep them both open. Yep. And let's see. Yeah, exactly. The algo, that rollover algo. Well, I mean, that's exactly what traders are doing. This is like a lot of traders don't trade during this time. It can be very, very tricky because of rollover. And why do we say this? Is because the participants are doing something different. Okay, they are a lot of them are not. It's not like they're speculating here or looking for a direction here. They're more interested in rolling their positions over into the next quarter. So that action is different, and we can see it in the order flow, and therefore we get some really odd moves in the order flow. Okay, so that's why just keep that in mind. We've also many times it's been very tricky. We've also seen some days where it's like, holy cow, this looks great, you know, and it's trading great. But it depends. It really depends, right? So we'll just keep that in mind. And let's see, anything else I wanted to cover here? There were some other things, but we'll get to it here. All right. Oh, yeah, FOMC. So, you know, today, tomorrow we have retail sales. That'll be interesting to see. But the big event for the week here is FOMC. Now, this is a big one. This is the quarterly. Okay, we're going to have the dot, you know, projections, the FOMC statement, the rate, and obviously the press conference as well. Okay, so this is a very complex. This is the biggest, most complex event that we have. So then the next would be the non-farm, but this is going to be critical, right? So what does the market think about all of this? And we want to, you know, gain some insight here. And we've had a lot of geopolitical stuff going on recently, as you guys know. Oh, good morning over on YouTube, Kevin and Duncan. Yeah, we'll take a look at the oil market as well. I've got it up. Now, I have rolled that over into the Q contract. I saw the volumes roll. Okay, so I'm over on the Q contract, the August contract in crude oil. All right. Okay, so let's see. I was just talking about FOMC, bigger picture. Yeah. So let's take a look here at candlestick charts. You know, here's Friday's action, and you can see that we did retest. This is the test I was looking for. Was back down to this level in here. Let me put in less bars here. Hold on. Okay, that looks better. So a tricky day geopolitically. There was, you know, obviously a lot going on with you know, missiles being fired in the Middle East and all sorts of things going on. So I thought that this is not good news, right? The market, if you look at it here, this is what it's telling us about it. It's more like, well, maybe it's just kind of isolated. Maybe it's just a kind of a flare up. I mean, crude oil definitely moved a lot. But look at this. We're still holding this here. Wow. Okay. So, and look at today. We're back up here before that event and in the big drop. Wow. So, you know, this is what the market thinks of the event. Now, we'll see. Right? Look at the hourly here and the 15-minute here as well. We see the gap up, and we've been climbing. Okay, so yeah, looking great. Looking for, you know, this 60-50 up here for the M contract again. Now I'm not sure when these charts are going to roll over. I am looking at this is the R Trader Pro from Rhythmic, but it is the continuous contract here for them. So that's going to be kind of odd. We'll see when that rolls over. All right, but right now you can see they're still on the M contract, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, so nice strong momentum here, still going higher. I'm looking for it to trade up to the swing here. And maybe we can get up even higher. Maybe we can go up to like 60 or so. Now, that said, we can go with this momentum in here. However, the time of day, okay, it's here in New York, East Coast, it's 10:20. Usually around 10:30 or so, after a big move and run like this to the upside, we either pull back or we see a potential reversal. Okay, now we're just trading up into 50 right now. There's the move. Okay, there's the stop run. And let's take a look at our higher time frame here. Just popped up above, right? Right there. Okay, I imagine we're going to get some profit taking. I imagine we're going to get some sellers as well. Okay, and we're going to watch. Okay, now we have a beautiful confluence here so far. Big stop run, the figure here, and high liquidity getting filled here on the offer. Okay, now we're looking for sellers. Here comes some sellers now. Okay, but I'm still looking for some, maybe a little back and forth, one more kind of tap higher to see if new buyers are coming in, or to see if we can get more stops triggered on the way up here as well. Okay, shake some more people out. And then we'll look for a turnover and a shift in the order flow if that's going to happen. Okay, yep, thanks, Eloise. Yeah, you're on the August contract for crude as well. And Rhythmic does always roll a little bit late. The currency futures, they already rolled. And I think the interest rates, I didn't check it, but they usually roll the week before. So, I mean, they probably have already rolled. So anyway, all right. So let's take a look for some setups. Well, some scenarios, and I'm watching this level up at this 60.50, and let's see if we can kind of just see this kind of turnover after the move up into 50 here. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm waiting and watching for. This is very strong momentum here so far to the upside. Okay, so it's still trending and it's still going here. So we're not looking for a short yet. We're looking for the test and the exhaustion, or lack of stops, or a lot of absorption up in these areas here, and then we're looking for sellers to come in. Okay. Otherwise, we're still looking for this to continue until we see something else. Okay, but I don't want to be a buyer up at this level. All right. Any questions? Good morning. Good morning, Rob, and good morning, Laura. Yep, still squeezing higher here. I'll jump over to the U contract for just a second here. Okay, it just traded up into some high liquidity here at 61.05. Yeah. Profile traders, you guys can see the volume profile here. It is a trending day profile. Okay, but you can see it's starting to you see the big cluster up here. Okay, from about just before 10 o'clock. Okay, and we did break it though. All right. So yeah, just yeah, not really seeing anything yet. There's a little bit more on the bid in here at this higher level. That's good. Okay. Okay, we have a low volume node in here. after this breakout. Okay, guys, you know what? I want to cover something in here. Now, this is, we've been talking about this, and it's not really a setup, but it's more about market mechanics. It kind of, we've covered it for a long time, actually, but I've been kind of focusing on it lately a lot. And it has to do with rotations. Okay, especially the S&P is just great for it. Like right here, just looking for, we traded into this low volume node, and then sellers come in. We're looking for buyers to come in, and just trade it back up into here and just test and probe. Okay, that's it. That's all we're looking for, right? For something like that. Now, I took a trade here, a little scalp here, but it's just to demo this process. But we'll go through it in more detail, okay? Because this is how these markets work. For more information on that, again, we'll go back to the bookmap.com and then click on education, okay? That'll take you to the Learning Center here, and it's the market mechanics course in here. And we're going to do some reviewing because we don't really see any setups at the moment here. What I'm going to cover here is in the market mechanics course that we've had here for quite a while. Understanding like really down to the binary elements in the market that makes the market move, and understanding the passive orders and the aggressive orders in here, and understanding this context between the two. Okay, so I'm going to kind of piggyback off of this and take this deeper and further. All right, so the probing and testing is really kind of key. And you see the S&P just do this all the time. I mean, see how it tested up here, tested back down here. Okay, these are scalpable events if you really kind of reduce your risk. But let's not scalp it at the moment. Let's just go over this in here. And why we're going to go over this, I think, is the main point I want to get across here is how to look for pullbacks in your trading. You'll see these moves and these probes, and then they kind of knock you out and hit your stop, and then it just probes the other way, right? So that's what we want to avoid. So either be more aggressive with taking your stop, or be less aggressive and widen them out. Okay, so there's two different camps there to go by, and it really depends. I mean, someone like Scott Pulcini, for example, he likes to widen them out. He looks at ATRs. So we can go through an idea in here for ATR. Very simply, look at this range in here from 48 on up to like 52, right? So that's like 4 points, right? We're in that range right now. Okay, so he's looking for a break of the range, and he wants it to go and accept 4 points away from it. Something like this. Now, I'm really kind of paraphrasing with Scott's way of trading, but he's looking for a bigger move. All right. Now, if you're looking for smaller moves and scalping, then this is something to consider, of like understanding these ranges in here and these probes in here. Okay, it can really turn into you can really rack up some points. And I'm not trying to advocate the scalping. It's up to you. You have to find if this is something that kind of resonates with you, something that you like. But you can look for this behavior in here, and then start to look into how you might attack it with a strategy. Okay, because you'll see this again and again. See how the market came down here, and we're looking for, are we getting sellers down here? No, we're not. We're getting buyers. Okay, buyers come back in. They come up to the top of the range here. Okay, now we're getting a little bit of price discovery. See how it pulled back a little bit here? Just a couple ticks. We got buyers though. pull back. Now let's see, do we get sellers here? It tested here. Let's see if we get sellers here. Not yet, right? Still breaking out, still price discovery here. Okay, so now let's see if we get them here. All right, so here we just traded up here. Okay, so a bit of a stop run. Now I'll take a shot at it here actually, and just scalp it down to a range here. It already did it actually. Bottom of the range is here. Right. We can look for a bigger range though. If that's what you want, then the bigger range would be down here, or maybe it's here, right? Okay, so anyway, let's see. Okay, market just probed and tested up here now. Okay, are there still buyers? Yeah. Now let's see if we get some sellers though, hitting the bid. And if we do, where are they going to take it? Maybe down to here, maybe down to here. Okay, now we can start to look for setups though in this. Okay, you can kind of wait and watch for those sellers to start to come in, or maybe you're getting very aggressive up at just tops of ranges in here. Okay, and you're anticipating that probe. Okay, now one of the things to look for with something like this is look for your liquidity. Look for that passive absorption in here. Okay, now see how sellers are coming in. Now do they exhaust out? Yeah, they just exhausted out here. Okay, but we'll see. It rotates back and forth again. Okay, now it's coming back up to where we got in, probed up here. And now do we still get buyers in here? Well, then if we do, we're likely going to come up to this 53 or maybe even higher. Okay, so where did this one come to? Let's take a look here. It came down to this swing here. Okay, so this bigger move in here has not unfolded down to this swing here. Okay, now we're going to see how we're lining it up though with liquidity as well. Okay, we have liquidity in here at the figure just below it here, and we're looking for the move in the test down into that area. Okay, so now we just hit high liquidity up here. Okay, are we still finding buying pressure? Are we still finding some of this demand in here by the aggressors? Okay, now if we exhaust out, see how we exhaust out? Sellers come in. Okay, so now let's see if sellers can hit down to this swing here. Let's see it right here. This is where we need them. And we look for the move down to here. All right, if that's the case, then I'm going to move my take profit to there. And there's high liquidity here in front. Maybe they're looking, to this swing here, but let's see here. Let's see sellers. Now, when will it be an area where it'll attract buyers? Okay, there's some exhaustion, there's some selling. Okay, now we're in a very tight little range right now. Okay, and still finding some demand here, aggressive demand. Okay, still probing higher now. Okay, so based off of this, I should get out. It's probing higher, and I'm still seeing more demand in here aggressively. Okay, so let's actually hold off just a minute here, and it's breaking out, but let's see if we can get a move right back down to here. Okay, so we'll limit that loss. And this was it. This was the pullback so far. Looking for a little deeper one. Okay, still not getting it. See, there's still just more aggressive demand in here. Okay, so stop run, stop run. Now it traded up into this liquidity here. Now let's see if we do see the sellers. That's high enough to find some sellers in here. Okay, but we have the passive orders here that were filled, okay, on the offer. Valley Fan, we talked about switching over to the contracts earlier today, just earlier in the webinar. So I wait for volume, but I think Alois is, I think he's looking at both contracts. I kind of am too, but I'm trading off of the this one for the M contract, June. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to get out of this now. I just see there's just more and more demand, right? And this worked out down to this swing here, this little swing here. Okay, and that's it though. Okay. Actually, let's see here. We got one more move here. Now some heavy selling. Okay, sellers, if you're going to take it, then can you take it down further? Can you get down to this swing? If you can you take it down further? Can you get down to this swing? You know, we have a high volume node down there. Okay, this is setting up better now. All right, well then we're going to move our take profit down to here. We're going to look for this probe and test down here. Okay, so far it's only come to here. And now we're seeing more buyers back up here. Okay, so there's our move. Now let's see if we get exhaustion here. Maybe we have enough buyers in here so far, enough demand. Do we have supply coming in? Let's see. This is going to tell us right here. If we get some buyers up here, we're out. They're still auctioning there, so I'm out. I'll just take the small loss on that. Look for the next one. Anyway, it's not so much the position in the scalp here, but it's the idea. In fact, we kind of got caught up in this. We still were in, as you can see, we kind of limited some of the losses in here. And now it's working. Now look at it. Oh, beautiful. Okay, but you guys get the idea though, right? That we actually started to trend in here, and it broke out. And now you can see that now we're getting that move back in. Okay, so we got out a little too early there, just in front of it actually. Anyway, let's see if we can get a move back here. Okay, so here's the move down to this swing. Okay, now we're looking for the move back up to about here. Okay, a little swing right here, high volume node, and then let's see. Okay, so this is the back and forth right now. Okay. Okay, I kind of missed that. Anyway, guys, it's not a setup, but it is a market mechanic that the S&P does all the time. Okay, a lot of markets do this. Okay, but some markets more than others. But S&P is great for it. Just something to keep in mind. What time frame? Well, it doesn't really matter. We can look at multiple time frames in here. You can look at your candlesticks in here, right? Markets are very fractal, Stephen, in this case. Okay, I mean, this is the probe up into here, exactly, you know. And is the question, and why I say probe, question is up here, is there still demand? It's testing that right now. Are we still finding buyers up here? Well, these are the sellers we were actually looking for kind of earlier. They're starting to come in now. Okay, great. So now this is at the bottom of the range in here, and probably, yeah, we'll get a little bit of a break probably, but we're going to get another pullback now. So we can look at that. Okay, where is that pullback? Okay, this isn't bad. Okay, top of this little range in here. Okay, all right, there we go. All right, so let's see if we can maybe short it at that point. Just top of the range, right? Back down to the bottom of the range. Let's see if we can get that move now. Okay, so in fact, I'm going to take two because I want to take one off down here. Yeah, it doesn't really matter on the time frame. You'll see it. Right. Again, it's not a strategy. Just I want to make sure you guys understand that, and that this is not a trading room either. Okay, but we'll demo these ideas in here. Okay, when we find a good setup, then we'll take that. But anyway, so yeah, we might be getting caught up in this as well. It might be starting to turn around. We're starting to find buyers here, but let's see. I think there's still some selling in here, so I imagine we'll come back down and retest here. Okay, now it's come down to this range in here. I want to see it come down to this one. Okay, there we go. So we're filled on the first contract. All right, so now I'm actually anticipating another probe back up right now. Okay, so I'm just going to get out of that one. I'll take them both off. Okay, because I'm looking forward to retest back up to, you know, maybe back up to the top of the range in here. I mean, this is the order flow. We're looking for this context between the passive and aggressive buyers and sellers. Passive is the limit orders here that you see in the heat map in the order book. And aggressive are the volume dots in here. And the volume dots are basically the same as the volume bars that you see on your candlestick charts. Okay, so here's an idea. So we just probed back down here, high liquidity here, right? It's starting to trade. It's a low volume node here. Now, do we get some buyers out of that area? Okay, if so, let's see if we can grab that and trade back up to not just this range here, but maybe up to the top of this range here. Okay, so we found some sellers. Now do we find some buyers? Okay, it's just in this it's going to the top of this little range right here, just a few ticks wide, or like a 1.5 or so wide. Okay, well, found some more sellers here. Right, now let's see if we get some buyers. There they go. See how now let's see. We'll see if there's enough in here. So it's at the top of the range in here. Okay, is there enough though to try the top of this range here? Okay, and that's a high volume node up here, close to it. Okay, so we're filled on that. So I mean, you guys can get my point, right? If we understand this phenomenon within this market, right, for the S&P or this instrument, now we can start to look for integrating that concept and idea into a trade. Okay, so pullbacks or range bound trades or whatever it might be. Okay, so look, even more demand in here. It came back up to here now. Okay, now I would anticipate maybe a little bit above here. I don't see much liquidity. Would love to see a liquidity trade, and then I imagine we'll get some selling come back in. Okay, we didn't. It's still going higher. So maybe it has to come up into this swing or this swing here. Okay, as you can see, like with this idea in here, it's much better to go with the trend. You know, first we were counter trend in here, and it still worked. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions on this. I just think this is something you can really use to optimize your trading strategies. It itself is more of a trade management tool, I think, than anything else. Okay, unless you're a scalper. You scalpers, my God, you can do this all day long. You can basically be playing along with kind of market makers. Let's see here. DNT, you're talking about you had some ice trailing on the bid, if you remember. This is gone, disappeared. Well, it's probably because of the yeah, I'm sure it's because of the automatic setting. You probably have that on, and then it bumped up, and then it will do you know what I mean? Let me show you. So for example, got to go back to the original image here. Look at how horrible this looks, right? This is where, look how good the I mean, look at this algo in here, and this is during rollover period as well. But look how good TraderMap Pro takes that out. Also TraderMap Lite on the here's the U contract. Here's that algo in here as well. The TraderMap Lite takes it right out as well. So pretty good, pretty good. All right, so to answer your question, let me show you here DNT. So for stops and icebergs on chart, first off, try to use the subchart as well if you can. It won't work on the TraderMap Pro, but or TraderMap Lite, but on the on chart here, this is what I'm talking about. If you have automatic threshold set here, okay, see how like I have 87 here, right? If it's 27 or above, it should show up. However, let's suppose I just use I use 60-minute interval here for standard deviation and a multiplier of 0.7. If I bump this up, it's gone. Okay, so that's probably what happened. This number here, your individual threshold, probably automatically changed. I imagine. Yep. Check it out and see if you can get it back, because the iceberg it's not going to disappear. It's a fact. You should have that data someplace. Okay, guys, let's take a look at this in here. Okay, kind of interesting. Can we look for a probe back up to the top here and maybe up to this liquidity here? Okay, so we've come back down. We've traded below here. Are we going to come all the way back down here, or are we going to come back up now? Is this the range here? Okay, and then come back up to the top of this range and maybe continue trending. Okay, so actually, let's take a look at this. Actually, it already did it. It already traded down here and up here. Okay, so we need to find, it's already done that kind of probe or that test. So actually we might be looking for more sellers now. So I might have jumped the gun here. Well, let's see. Maybe back up to here. We'll see. Okay, if I start to see sellers hitting the bid again at 50.25, we're out. It's not worth it. In fact, I'm just going to move the stop up to it. Okay, and we're stopped out on that one. Okay, yeah, that was my mistake on that one. It already had done this kind of test here, right? Anyway, different markets and different ways of that they trade. You know, we can take a look at gold in here. Okay, I mean, you do get these pullbacks as well, but it's a lot thinner market. So you know, you get these really big moves in here. So gold looks like to me like it see how it just tested here. Okay, now it's testing up here. Now we're getting more buyers. All right, can we get a move higher up into this 19? Not yet. Rotate lower. Okay, and let's see, rotate back, and let's see if we can get that price discovery up here again. Anyway, I cannot trade this actually in the demo account. It's not available. The ES and the NQ are. So this is, we're not trading live. We're trading live in a demo account, right? A demo account on Bookmap. In fact, here, let me show you what I mean. We can even go in here to the let me just go back to the ES actually. Yeah, here we go. Right. So with the trading statistics, main trading journal, or we can look at our demo account, open it up in the trading journal, web trading journal in here, and we can see like so I've got the journal going back from, this is last week here. Yeah, so this is 1 week's worth of data. Okay, from the 9th Monday to today Monday. And all the trades are in here as well. Okay. You can see this, these are the few losses that we had and a few gains as well today. Okay, so it just traded into high liquidity down here and a move right back up. Okay, let's see here. And while we're doing all of this, let's not lose sight of the bigger picture and what we're looking for in here. Potential reversal pattern up here. Okay, so potential head and shoulders. We have a lower high here. We have some buying up here. Now, nice cluster of selling. Okay, we're starting to see something here, and I don't quite see it yet. I don't see this kind of order flow shift and turnover quite yet. This is looking pretty good though, right in here. Right, look at the selling, and then this high up here, and then the retest back up in here. Okay, and we do see some that buying come right back in. So it looks like it's kind of going, maybe, you know, turning back and forth right now. Don't quite see the shift or turnover quite yet. Okay, This is the case though. Okay, so here we just traded up here. All right, so look, let's just take a look at this in here. Okay, so we're up at the swing here. Okay, do we still see demand up there? Okay, so far a little bit, but you know, we can look for this turnaround, and if this is going to turn into a reversal, then this is maybe not a bad area, right? We just got this kind of test up to here, and I'm looking for now more sellers to come back in. Okay, and just down to the bottom of this little range in here. Okay, but this might turn into a bigger move. Okay, it has that potential now. Okay, so the safest thing to do would be to look for taking some off at the bottom of the range, either here at 49 or here at 48. Okay, or you can look for this bigger move to unfold in here. Okay, we might get a measured move out of it. Here, down to here, there's high liquidity here. Perfect, it aligns. So we'd looking for maybe a bigger move down to here, or this swing down here. Okay, makes sense. You got a C for canceled. Okay, well that's what happened then. Yeah, Nuke, you could also wait and watch for that big volume. A lot of times that big volume moves, and it's already kind of late to jump on the bandwagon. But you can look for the low volume pullbacks in that for sure. Nuke, let me show you what I mean here. If we go to that low volume pullback strategy, okay, on the Learning Center here. I don't know if you've seen this one. You might want to take a look at this. We see it. It's really it's a really good one. You have to be pretty quick, but like you're saying about looking for that volume shift. Okay, that's great. It's just a lot of times that momentum, it just keeps going, and it's hard to get back in. But you can see these little pullbacks and swings in here, kind of like we're talking about this probe idea. And you get this kind of move back, and then more selling, price discovery, a pullback, low volume on the buy side, there's more on the sell side, comes back down, breaks price discovery just a little bit, and that's how you get this trending environment. Okay, so you can look for that for your entries on the low volume pullback. Okay, something to look into if you haven't seen that one already. All right, guys, let's see if we can get a break here. Down now, we're down at, see how we're down here. Now we are getting some price discovery here. Now I'm not looking for a lot actually. In fact, maybe this is a good area to just flatten this. It did kind of what we wanted to do. Okay, we're out. That's it. Oh, great. Okay, so you're tracking right along here with me. Okay, or I'm tracking right along with you. Excellent. Anyway, guys, like we're going to take this idea further into strategies. Okay, but with this market, it can work rather nicely. And also, you know, you can manage your trades really nicely in here. Like right now, you know, we took some off and look, it went against us here, right? Now, we don't know, right? We don't know if all of a sudden there's going to be a bunch of buying come back in and we're going to get a breakout here. But we are looking for at least the test down to here. And we made a lower high here, even on quite a bit of volume here on the buy side. So I would look for price discovery lower here. Now, see what I mean though is that with what I mean about your trade management and your style, it's up to you just this phenomenon may help you stay in trades longer if you anticipate these kinds of moves back and forth, or maybe shorter for just trade management. It again, because you're anticipating this, so you can take some off, breathe easy. If you still have a position on, then maybe you can look for another test and maybe the price discovery into the high liquidity down in these levels here. Okay? This is the back and forth nature of the market. Another thing, Nuke, as you probably are well aware of, it's not just the volume in here. This is where Bookmap will really help you, I think, is by looking at liquidity. Did it transact? What's the reaction around it? Did it stop the price from moving? Or did it stay in the order book? Answering the question about these passive orders in here can lead to a lot of insight. Okay, it's not just about the volume. I mean, this is exactly what is the strength in Bookmap, because right now we're looking at this context. If we take the heat map off, you're just looking at the volume. Okay, the volume dots. So the transactions on best bid and offer. Okay, so but understanding, wow, what if there's really high liquidity in here? Looks pretty good for, if buyers come back in as they are right here, we'll probably get a move back up to here or maybe even here, right? So that's what we want to look at, that context. And here we don't really have it. It just kind of, we don't see that high liquidity in here below. So I'm not really interested in being a buyer yet and looking for that move. That's great. It's great to hear, Nuke. How long have you been here? I mean, there's, I think just in the last week or two, I've seen you in the room here. Two weeks, okay. Oh, okay. All right. You're over on the TOS Bookmap. How's everyone doing out there Monday morning? Alan, Laura, Pete, Rob, Shark, Trading's Life, Snowman. Okay, so DNT, you're setting up charts. Yeah, with the rollover period, etc. Well, I mean, this kind of back and forth market is also to be anticipated for this rollover period. So, that's where, like we talked about earlier, like, you market and the impetus, what's moving the market, then your higher time frames, and then, what kind of strategy. And if you're in rollover period, you're kind of thinking it's going to be, range bound. Anyway. Dangerous times, as well as with everyone flinging missiles. Yeah. That's true. I mean, that is the Nuke, the problem. I mean, that's just part of the game, and Trader John is he his setup really wasn't working, or he was taking risks that he was not comfortable with, or he wasn't trading because it was too risky. So he had to find other solutions, and because all of a sudden, out of the blue, we can be way up here or way down here. right? In a heartbeat. No question. So that's always the risk, in fact. But in this environment, as you guys know, we've been doing a lot more of that. So trade a different time, trade a different market, or don't trade, or widen your stops out. I mean, there's many ways to attack it. Good so far. Okay, Laura, sounds good. Yeah, sitting and waiting. Yeah, yeah. I mean, here come the sellers now, right? So this is this reversal is starting to kind of unfold here a little bit. Took a little while here, and all right. Well, so just traded down here. See the volume starting to come in. Okay. Let's see where it might pull back to based off of what we've been discussing here, right? I mean, here are some of the swings, of course, but the first swing is right up here. It's already done it. Okay? That would be very aggressive to do, but you can do that, or you can look for maybe a bigger pullback here. Oh, okay. Val, I found you're going to be on YouTube. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm sorry, Val, I got quite a busy day. Dan is actually away. That's one of the reasons why I'm even more busy than normal. Okay, so there's our pullback. Sellers coming in. Let's see it, sellers. See if you can hit down into this liquidity now. Shoot, that was actually kind of nice. Actually, we should have probably grabbed that as our low volume pullback right there. That's bothersome. Okay, and now it's too late. You look for the next pullback, probably back up to here. See how though this one's a little different so far, just because this is really high liquidity down here, So we're getting a deeper pullback now. Okay? So in fact, we could get buyers back up here and come back up. But I'm kind of looking for it to exhaust out and sellers to come back in. Okay, and then, yeah, here they go. All right, well, let's see it, sellers, and let's see if you can hit into here. Hit into 45, maybe lower here. Around here. All right, and then how does this relate to this liquidity level in here, relate to this swing here, right? So it's maybe asking for a lot to break. We'll see. Let's see it, sellers. You want to tangle with that 58 contracts here at 45, and nothing so far. Now, guys, this is okay. We got filled on that, but this is something that it's. I think we had this discussion in the Bookmap Academy meeting several times. This is really, we got kind of lucky on this. I think now this is in demo again. So Shark, I think you had brought this up. Is we got this we got this conversation started because you were really upset about one trade that you took and not getting filled at your limit or with your limit order at your level, even though it tested that level, and then it kind of it upset you and kind of threw you off your game. This is the thing. This is why, I like to always front run that liquidity in here, because it will can likely trade into this level here, and maybe it'll test this next level at the 45 liquidity here. However, maybe not much trades in here, and then it bounces out, and you just don't get filled. Right? In this case, we got filled even in demo. Now we can look at this though. I mean, like, I don't know if it shows it here in demo, but you saw this little blue line in here. We were at the end of the queue. Our demo is good. So we were at the end of the queue. So basically, this trade in here, how much was it here? Either some liquidity was pulled in here, and then we see a transaction in here. And how much was this here? This is only a volume of 6. Okay, somehow we got filled in here. Oh, maybe it's because of this. Not sure exactly. Anyway, we were lucky to get filled in there. But the demo is pretty good. A lot of times you'll see that it hits your level, and you still don't get filled because you're at the end of the line. That's the risk with the limit orders. Yeah, Rhythmic has also a good algo for sim. Ours is good too. I know that our CTO set it up that way from the very beginning. A lot of times I would not get filled in demo in these areas in here. All right. Well, is this going to turn it to that bigger reversal pattern in here? It's starting to look like it. It's taking its sweet time. I'm not too convinced yet. It's not so stark, and you can see the volume. This is a nice cluster here, no doubt. I see a cluster here though too. This is where I thought maybe we'd go sideways for a bit. And in essence, we kind of have. You can see that it's kind of extended out. It's kind of dribbled down further. We see just back and forth in here. More sellers down here, which is good. So, kind of still looking for price exploration lower here into some of these levels here, 45, maybe 43, maybe down to VWAP. That would be 40 in the swing here. All right, let me see if there's any questions over on YouTube. Sorry, guys, I've been kind of away for a little bit. Okay, caveman. Yeah, I mean, just it's again, what we've been covering in here, and the majority of it is more about the market mechanics in here. It has not been a strategy. It's just been about the chop. But you can see how once you start to see your strategy unfold, you can look for really kind of optimizing it with some of these ideas. This is a live account, Stephen. It's just that, and you can see it in the lower right-hand corner. It says trading in real. But look over here, and it says that I'm actually using this feature called cross trading in Bookmap, which is excellent. Meaning that I can now, if I click on this, in fact, I actually can't show you too much here because. I think I can do it actually. Hold on a minute here. Well, anyway, let me get the point across first. That I'm cross trading from this instrument into a simulated Bookmap account. Okay, you know how like your broker will offer you a demo, but it's a live demo account on their server. It's not within your trading platform. So that's what's happening here. So you can see it. That's what I'm trading into. Let's take a step back here, look at our big picture. Okay, not bad. This is kind of what we were anticipating here. Very, very nice momentum early this morning. Traded up to the 50 level and just above it here, and then we've kind of traded back in. But it's still pretty bullish here so far. You can even look, see how like on that same idea in here on the 15-minute chart. Here's the swing here, right? This 45 level. All right, so we traded to there and we kind of bounced now. Okay, so that also helps answer that question about what time frame does this work on. Well, here's the hourly chart. Look at this back and forth within this hourly chart in here. Same ideas, right? We can just see it so much clearer here in Bookmap though. Okay, so now, for example, you can start to look at this, and now we've already kind of probed up here on this 15-minute chart. Okay, and now it's pulled back. Okay, but let's take this a little further. So let's see if we can actually see maybe a move back down a little bit here. And then if we get more buyers before trading back down to this swing, if we get more buyers in, we look for it to kind of trade back up here. So far, we have not. And this 15-minute. Now, where I'm going to go with this here is when we start hitting these levels in here many times over, that's when we can look for a break. We look at the structure in the 15-minute candle or in Bookmap. It doesn't matter where you can look for the breakdown. And that is this strategy here. If we go back to bookmap.com, education, and then the supply and demand setups here, it's the wedge pattern. Okay, this is a really, really powerful pattern. And look for it, right? So you're looking for more volume trading down here in these probes and retests. You're getting lower highs in here and equal lows, and then look for that volume and shift and turnover. In this example here in the video, we also have really high liquidity getting filled in here. Okay, now see how we're in a downtrend, and then we get this wedge. Then you start to see the volume come in. You can look for a move back down to the bottom of the range and then some. Okay? Down to the high liquidity down here. And look for a measured move of this range to this range and match it up in here and look for taking some profit down there. This one's pretty nice. You get a lot of wind at your back here if you were short. Look at all these heavy sell limit orders at lower levels in here. Okay, so yeah, it can be a really powerful pattern. So now see how we're kind of just chopping around in here right now in this 15-minute. All right, I think we're caught up on the questions over here. And how about YouTube? Angel, you love Bookmap. Excellent. Love it. Rainy days. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I know you answered that question earlier. But not bad for a Monday. And NVIDIA is topping now. I think I got NVIDIA up here. Let's take a quick look at it. Whoa, is it toppy? All right. So here we go again. Like, see how we traded up into this high liquidity, and we go a little bit further, and then we start chopping around again. And now we're still in an uptrend. Okay, no question. In fact, there's even more supply up here, and it's just transacting here. 78,000 shares up here. Okay, and again, this isn't live, and I don't have a demo account for stocks. I only have it for a few futures instruments. I will not be able to trade it, but I'm really curious to see if we can. There was high liquidity here once. Now it's here again. Do we get enough aggressive buyers to trade into and through? I don't know. It's a big question here. We'll see. So let's see if these buyers take them on. Okay, stocks trade a little differently. So you'll get, there they go. See how they'll just take that and it'll trade. You get a lot of these aggressive buyers in stocks trade, taking all that liquidity. And now we immediately get a pullback though. And let's see, do buyers re-engage down here? Okay, and if not, well, how much lower will it go? We'll go down to this swing here, and do we get buyers to re-engage here, or do they have to come all the way back down to here? And is this low enough in here? Now we get buyers, and then we look for a move back up to 146. Let's go back to the ES. How's it doing? Okay, now actually this is starting to turn around. Okay, let's see if we can get price discovery back up above here now. See, look at the turnaround. Look at the shift in here. It looks pretty good. Okay, in fact, we can even jump into that. Now, I don't like jumping in at the top of this range in here because I am looking for a pullback here. But let's see if we can get a move back up into here. And that'll be high of the day here. Okay. And why am I kind of jumping in up here? I'm looking for just a little bit of price discovery higher. In fact, it's doing it. I should probably take some profit just up here. And then we'll probably get a pullback to, somewhere around in here, 49 or so. Maybe 48. Okay. But this is a nice one here. Nice transition from sell side to buy side. Okay, you can see it down here. This is our sell side. That's a little big. That's our sell side. This is our buy side. Okay, so let's see if we can get buyers to come back in and take it a little bit higher here. Okay, now, how does that relate to our candlestick? Okay, well, the candlestick, see how it's already traded up to that wick there, that swing, and now we're pulling back. So, this is a bad entry. Okay, this little area in here, and we would anticipate a pullback there. Okay, now we've gotten the pullback, and let's see now, do we get buyers back in? Okay, and retest back up to the swing. Yeah, the ES can follow DB. We'll see. You can see this is how these structures start to emanate here. That's why that's why technical analysis. I mean, this idea with the liquidity, with the volume dots, with the price exploration in here. You can look at market structure, and market structure is so important to understand. Okay, so in fact, let's take this idea in here. How many points is that? It's about a point, right? Maybe 3 or 4 ticks. Okay, well, maybe 3 or 4 ticks back up above. Now we got high liquidity here at 52, so maybe we can trade into and through a little bit. Okay, kind of anticipating that market structure. All right, now this is going to be interesting here because see how we have a test up here? Okay, can it get through that? That's a big question, right? So you can see sellers come in just immediately like that. Okay, so it retested back up here and found sellers. Francisco, how do you change the time frame on Bookmap? Well, there is no time frame. You can use your center mouse wheel to scroll in and out. Let me cover it here. This was a horrible entry, guys, but I'm just actually going to move this down just a little bit because this is where I'm actually looking for the probe and retest actually, and then I'm looking for buyers to come back in. Okay, we'll see here. Okay, it's not bad. Still going, so likely we'll just get stopped out into 44, 45 here. Yeah. All right, but that's again, we'll be looking for this 45 level in here. So it traded up to here. It's trading down to here. See if we can kind of break it a little bit, and let's see if we get our buyers coming in now. Okay. All right, there we go. Now let's see if they can come back up here again. So this would be some pretty wide swings in here. European close coming up here, but let's see if we can get back up to maybe like yeah, up to the top of the range. But this looks pretty good here as well, 48.5. Let's take a look at that again here. Okay, so we did break it here, right? Slightly broke it here. Now I'd look for some buyers to come back in and try to trade it back into the middle of the range in here. Maybe up to like 48 here. 48.5. And let's see here. So the test up to here and no buyers. Okay, swing back down and sellers. So not looking good. Got to get back up here and we got to get our buyers. Okay, they're trying. Swing is at 45.50. We need to see him above that though for a bigger swing here. Okay, so it made it up to there. Now let's see if we can get a little bit more. And nothing. Okay, so we're looking for a mini breakout here of this area here. Just back up into the range. So just back up to this swing now, and sellers. See if we can get a little bit of a squeeze going here, back up into our 48.5 liquidity there. Anyway, guys, you get the idea. Let's. I gotta end the webinar here. Tom B is up next. If you want to stay on, you should be directed right over to it. We will we'll continue on tomorrow, same time. So we'll see you then. Yeah, maybe I'll just close this out right now. Might as well. Yeah, maybe I don't know, look for this recording here. I'll put it into the room for you guys. We're looking at this kind of probing and testing and understanding markets, how it creates the market structure, the market mechanics in here. Right. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming, everybody. Hit the like button over there on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Better yet, just come over to our Discord channel. There's a lot more going on over there. There's no cost involved, you will need to have bookmap.com credentials, but no purchases necessary. Right. So yeah, enjoy. Be careful out there, everybody, and we will catch up with you tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Take care. Bye bye.